In December, Lionel Messi finally lifted the most desired trophy, the one that was missing in his extensive collection, the World Cup. That made a perfect addition to his 7 most prestigious individual awards, the Ballon d'Or, as now even more football fans might consider Leo the greatest footballer of all time. Such a status, though, not only brings fame and millions of fans, but also makes numerous haters. After all, it's too easy to get sick of hearing the same name over and over again. So this video by Goal24 is about top 10 Lionel Messi's enemies. But before we get into it, we want you to answer a question. Ronaldo knows English, Messi knows football. His most straightforward quote belongs to one of these 4 renowned coaches. So who said this? Marcello Lippi, Josep Guardiola, Fabio Capello, Jose Mourinho? Feel free to leave your answers in the comments and get ready for watching. Andreas D'Alessandro. The Argentine's spell in La Liga lasted only a season and a half as he played for Zaragoza. In 2007, his team had to face Barcelona in the Copa del Rey quarterfinal. Zaragoza were trailing 2-0 at halftime as Xavi and Iniesta found the net for Barca. The game was still close though, until the 66th minute, when Messi fell on the ground in a most theatrical way after D'Alessandro barely touched him. The referee fell for that, and Andreas was sent off literally for nothing. Despite having a man down, Zaragoza still managed to get one back, and the name of the scorer was Gerard Piqué, another hero of this video. But nevertheless, Barca managed to advance into the semi-final despite losing the second leg 1-0 due to the away goals rule. As for Messi, he learned the lesson and with time gave up diving. Alvaro Arbeloa. The rivalry with Messi was the most principal one for Arbeloa, the Real Madrid Academy product. But no matter how heated things are between the clubs, players usually hold no grudge against each other off the pitch. That wasn't the case for Lionel though. Leo once met Arbeloa in a parking lot, and instead of greeting the fellow footballer or simply minding his own business, he decided to call Alvaro a fool in front of the Spaniard's wife. After Arbeloa retired in 2019, he gave a small interview where he spoke about his attitude towards Messi. As Alvaro said, he couldn't wait to see Messi retire and was counting the days. Royston Drenthe. The Dutchman was showing a lot of promise in the late 2000s, as he scored 2 goals and made 2 assists in his first season for Real Madrid at the age of 21. After that, however, the club brought back the Galacticos transfer policy and all the big signings left the young Royston no chance, and the player himself didn't seem that hungry for success either. His story with Messi took place when he had left Real Madrid and signed for Hércules, the side that got relegated at the end of 10-11 season. Hércules played Barcelona, and Drenthe complained about Messi racially abusing him time after time with the Spanish word negro. You know what bothers me? That tone with which he always says it. I just can't stand it. These accusations came when Royston was an Everton player, so the La Liga office didn't even bother about starting any kind of investigation or punishing Leo. Anyway, that was the last time these two played against each other. The Dutchman is now 35 years old and he's playing for Racing Merida, a lower league Spanish side. Pepe. The ex-Real Madrid player was known to be a most harsh and fierce defender who never shied away from reckless tackles. And of course, Messi was no exception. The arch-rival's biggest star was a #1 target for Pepe when their teams faced each other. There had been, however, no significant animosity between the players until Barcelona and Real Madrid played in the Copa del Rey quarterfinal. The media spotted the two players having a chat. Pepe said, "You're always scared when you're against me, aren't you?" And Messi's response was, "And you're always there when I score against you." It looked like the conflict was over, but 15 minutes later, when Pepe saw Messi sitting on the pitch, he came closer and stepped on Leo's hand with the spikes of his boots. Under pressure from the media and the Real Madrid board, Pepe apologized, but insisted that it was not on purpose. But no matter if it was by accident or not, these two still hate each other, at least that's what rumors say. Kiki Setien. The Spaniard was appointed head coach at Barca in the middle of the 2019-20 season after Ernesto Valverde was sacked. That season ended with a humiliating 8-2 defeat against Bayern in the Champions League quarterfinal. And apart from that defeat, Quique Setién didn't manage to get along with Lionel Messi, the captain and the leader. It seemed like Setién simply lacked standing in the eyes of Leo, so the Argentine found it just too hard to obey the new coach. After Quique was sacked, he admitted having had troubles with Messi, but refused to tell more. The rumors said that Lionel ignored Setién's instruction and told the coach that he had no right to tell the players what to do, as they had won more trophies Quique could ever dream of. The coach's response was, "If there's something you don't like, there's the door." No matter if it were so or not, Setién also said that he was going to keep the memory of Messi as one of the greatest players of all time. Alexander Hleb and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. As we all know, Messi's temper may make him not that easy to get along with. Ibrahimovic and Hleb both played alongside Leo at Barcelona, and they both had stories to tell about the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner. Hleb, for example, was shocked with the special treatment Messi enjoyed at the club. Everyone seemed eager to indulge all of the Argentine's whims. The Belarusian recalled himself raising voice to Leo once, and the Argentine found that too offensive, so he refused to train. As for Ibrahimovic, he had his own reasons to dislike Lionel. According to the Swede's words, Messi once got mad with Zlatan scoring more goals, so he came to Guardiola and asked the coach to move him to the center-forward position. That was the moment it all went wrong for Ibra at Barca, so after that season was over, the striker opted to leave the club and moved to Milan. Carlos Tevez. Not only there were stories involving Messi in club football, but also the national team. One of them took place right before the start of the World Cup in Brazil. A few weeks before the tournament, the club season finished for Tevez as he became the third best Serie A goalscorer with 19 goals for Juventus. There were no doubts about Carlos going to the Mundial, but all of a sudden he was out of the Argentina squad. And the reason for that was Messi didn't like him, something about his temper, and that was why Carlos left in the cold. At the same time, Rodrigo Palacio was in the squad, though he scored 2 goals less in Serie A, and apart from that was a player of much less quality and versatility. That was quite a mindless decision, which backfired when it mattered the most, in the very final against Germany, where Palacio, along with Higuaín, wasted 2 must-score opportunities, and Argentina suffered defeat in the extra time. Gerard Piqué. Messi and Piqué were in good terms for more than a decade, but their friendship ended with a conflict that lasts to this day. Leo asked Gerard to agree on a salary cut so that the Argentine could sign a new contract. Piqué was already way past his prime and not so valuable on the pitch, while his salary remained one of the highest in the squad. Gerard wanted to remain one of the most well-paid Barca players, so he rejected his teammate's request. As a result, Barca could not afford a new contract for Messi due to La Liga financial rules, so Leo had to leave. And Piqué is the one Messi still blames for that, apart from the board. It's been a year and a half since then, but these two still don't seem to have gotten over it. When Gerard announced his retirement, Messi was one of those who didn't post anything on social media, despite having played alongside Piqué for such a long time. And when Shakira dropped a song about her ex-husband, where she tried hard to strike a nerve, Messi's wife reacted with fire emoji. Mauro Icardi. A couple of years ago, Mauro was Inter's biggest attacking threat and one of the best Serie A goalscorers. It was not enough to get an Argentina call-up though, and the reason for that was, as you might have already guessed, Lionel Messi, who detested Icardi because of his former Barca teammate and fellow Argentine Maxi Lopez, as his wife left him for Mauro. That's why Leo was so opposed to Mauro playing for Argentina. One day, however, these two had to play alongside each other. In summer 2021, Messi left Barca and joined PSG as a free agent, and Mauro was already there. He was never a first-choice option at PSG, but once Messi joined the Parisians, Icardi's playing time decreased even more. As a result, Icardi left PSG and went on loan to Galatasaray. The rumors say that the PSG board finds Mauro's stats, 9 goals and 6 assists so far, impressive enough to give him another chance at Parc des Princes. so it's pretty possible that Messi and Icardi will have to play together once more. However, it's too early to tell if Leo will extend his PSG contract that expires this summer. Wood Weghorst. And now the most recent story. The World Cup quarterfinal against the Netherlands was a must-win occasion for Leo. Not only he had dreamt of winning the trophy, but also was eager to prove Louis van Gaal wrong after the Dutchman's disparaging interview concerning Argentina. The Argentines were ahead 2-0 83 minutes in, but Weghorst, who came in off the bench, got one back for the Netherlands, and then, moments before the final whistle, made it all square. Apart from that, he was not as terrorizing the Argentina players even before he was subbed in. Weghorst's aggressive behavior made the referee punish him with a yellow card while he was yet to join the game. In the end, it was Argentina who won it on penalties. After the game was over, Weghorst met Messi in the tunnel. The Dutchman gave Leo a look, and Messi got mad and said twice, "What are you staring at, fool?" A month later, Wood moved to a bigger club as now he's on loan at Manchester United. After he signed the contract, he spoke up about that accident and his attitude towards Messi. That was very disappointing. I wanted to shake his hand after that match, but he smashed my hand away and didn't want to speak with me. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm sure he said something offensive. Well, at least Messi knows my name now. There were a number of accidents involving Leo Messi, where he did not behave in the best way. But even so, these stories can't make us forget about his glorious career and all the things he achieved. Messi is now 35 years old, and we can't tell how much of his extraordinary football we're yet to witness. Dear friends, which of these stories did you find the most memorable? Let us know in the comments, please. See you soon.